Hello everyone and welcome to Science Video Lesson in Grade 7. I'm teacher Julybie Samosino and today we will discuss about Quarter 2, Week 4, Part A. The title, Cell Organelles and its Functions. We have our learning competency based on MELT. Explain why the cell is considered the basic structural unit of all organisms. So at the end of this lesson, you are expected to explain the cell as the basic structural unit and functional unit of life. Second, describe the different organelles found in plant and animal cell. And recognize the function of each organelle in plant and animal cell. The last, create a slogan that promotes healthy habits. Before we start with our new lesson, let's first have a review of our previous discussion. What topic did we take up last video lesson? Okay, Janemar, any idea? Yes, ma'am. Our previous topic is about the levels of biological organization, starting from cell, tissue, organ system, organism, population, community, ecosystem, and biosphere. Very good. In our previous lesson, we learned that living things are highly organized and structured. We also talk about the different levels of biological organization. This time, fasten your seatbelt because we're about to begin. First, I want you to watch this video, and after that, I will ask you about what the video is all about. And how was the video related to our new lesson? Ma'am, atong topic karon is about cells. Kay all life man daw is made up of cells. In this video lesson, we are going to study and detail the simplest level of biological organization, which is the cell. We are going to learn about its parts and its functions. Are you ready to learn? Let's go! All living things on Earth, big or small, are made up of cells. Cells are the smallest living part of an organism. It is the basic unit of life that can perform all activities associated with life like growth, reproduction, excretion, and nutrition. Every living thing is made up of one or more cells. If a living thing is made up of one cell, they are called unicellular. Examples of unicellular organisms are bacteria, amoeba, and paramecium. On the other hand, if they are made up of more than one cells, they are called multicellular. Examples are humans, plants, and animals. Cells are too small to be seen by the naked eye, but thanks to the invention of microscopes, scientists now were able to study it in detail. The first person to describe cells using a microscope was Robert Hooke. When he examined a very thin slice of cork, he notices structures that look like small empty rooms. It reminded him of small rooms found in a monastery. Thus, he named these structures cells, wherein cell is from the word cellulae, which means the small rooms. Let us now explore the different parts of a cell. The two types of cells that you are going to encounter in this video are animal and plant cell. Whether animal or plant cells, and even other organisms like bacteria, share three basic parts. These are cell membrane, nucleus, and the cytoplasm. Cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane. It is the outer covering of the cell which covers the surface of the cell. It is like a security guard that controls the kind of substance that enters and exits the cells. It also protects the cell from the outside environment. Without the plasma membrane, any substance can go in and out of the cell. The cell may be affected by the exit of the needed substances or entrance of needed or poisonous substances that may lead to the death of the cell. The next part is the nucleus. The nucleus is the most noticeable part of the cell. It appears circular or oval in shape. It contains the deoxyribonucleic acid or DNA, which is the hereditary material that carries genetic material in all living things. It is called the brain of the cell because it controls all the activities occurring inside the cell. The cytoplasm, a jelly-like substance that can be found inside the cell. It contains the organelles of the cells that are outside of the nucleus. Organelles are a specialized part of the cell that perform specific functions. They are little organs of the cell. Each organelle carries out a specific function inside the cell. Let us now explore the different organelles that can be found in the cell as well as their functions. First, we have mitochondrion or mitochondria in its plural form. The mitochondrion acts as the powerhouse of the cell since it releases the energy needed for cell activities. They supply energy by undergoing cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is a process that produces adenosine triphosphate or ATP, which is the energy currency of the cell. Next, we have ribosomes. Ribosomes are protein factories of the cells. They are the tiny dots that can be seen in the cell. They carry out the instructions coming from the nucleus to synthesize proteins. Next, we have nucleolus. Nucleolus is the prominent round structure in the nucleus. It is where ribosomes are produced. Endoplasmic reticulum. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum and the rough endoplasmic reticulum. The rough endoplasmic reticulum is called rough endoplasmic because it appears rough because of the presence of ribosomes. The rough endoplasmic reticulum is involved in the production of various proteins in the cell, antibodies, insulin, as well as transportation of proteins into the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. On the other hand, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum appears to be smooth because its surface doesn't contain ribosomes. It involved in the synthesis of lipids and carbohydrates that are used to build the cell membrane. Next, we have Golgi bodies or apparatus. The proteins manufactured in the endoplasmic reticulum is transported to the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus is called the mailman of the cell because it is responsible for transporting, modifying, and packaging proteins and lipids into vesicles for delivering to targeted destination in the cells where it needed. Next organelle are vacuoles. Vacuoles are coined as the storage rooms of the cells. Vacuoles are membrane-bound structure which main function is for storage of food, water, and even waste. Lysosomes. Lysosomes are known as the suicide bugs of the cell. Lysosomes act as the waste disposal system of the cell by digesting and breaking down the trash or unneeded materials in the cytoplasm. Next are centrioles. Centrioles are cylindrical structures which play an important role in cell division. This structure can only be found in animal cell. Cell division is important in animal cell because it enables the organisms to reproduce new cells needed for the reproduction of new organisms, growth, and maintenance. The next structures are parts that can only be found in plant cells. First is chloroplast. Chloroplast contain the pigment chlorophyll that captures energy from the sunlight for photosynthesis. Therefore, the chloroplast is the site of photosynthesis. It is the process through which plants produces their own food. Animal cell has no chloroplast. Thus, animals cannot make their own food. The second is cell wall. Cell wall is the outer covering positioned next to the cell membrane. In most plants, fungi, bacteria, algae, and some archaea, plants have cell wall made up of cellulose that protect, support, and give plants their shape. And those are the different parts of cells and their functions. In summary, the cell is the basic unit of life. It is made up of different organelles that function together to perform a specific function. Let's have another look at the different parts of the cell, specifically plants and animals. For our first activity, entitled Name Me If You Can, what you need is a pen and your activity sheet. Kindly get this one. What you're going to do is choose the correct word from the box to complete the paragraph below. Write your answer in the space provided or in the activity sheets given to you. Answers can be repeated. Do it in 5 minutes. Your timer starts now. Time's up. Let's now check your answers. What is your answer in activity 1? Any volunteer? For activity 1, answer, ma'am. Number 1, smallest. Number 2, organism. Number 3, basic. Number 4, interconnect. 5, tissues. 6, organ. 7, together. 8, prokaryotic. 9, eukaryotic. And number 10 is bacterial. Alright, let's check your answer for activity 1. For number 1, smallest. A cell is the smallest unit of a living thing. Second is organism. A living thing, whether made up of one cell like bacteria or many cells like a human, is called an organism. 3 is basic. The cells are the basic building blocks of all organisms. 4, interconnect. Several cells of one kind that interconnect with each other and perform a shared function form number 5, tissues. 6, we have organs. Several tissues combine to form an organ, your stomach, heart, or brain, and several organs make up an organ system, such as the digestive system, circulatory system, or nervous system. For number 7, we have together. Several systems that function together form an organism like a human being. There are many types of cell, all grouped into one of 2 broad categories. 8, we have prokaryotic, and 9, eukaryotic. And last is bacterial. For example, both animal and plant cells are classified as eukaryotic cells, whereas bacterial cells are classified as prokaryotic. Very good. Most of you got the correct answers. Okay, let's give all of you a big round of applause. Let's proceed to activity 2. Let's move across and down. Complete the crossword puzzle by using the given clues below. I will give you 5 minutes for this activity. You can start now. Time's up. Let's now check your answers. For activity 2, unahon akong across, ma'am. First, we have vesicle, 2 chloroplast, 3 Golgi bodies, 4 nucleus. For down, ma'am, first centrioles, 5, 6 lysosomes, 7 vacuoles, 8 cytoplasm, 10 mitochondria, and 10 cell wall. This time, let's check your answer in activity 2. Okay, for number 1, across, we have vesicles. Number 2, chloroplast. Number 3, Golgi bodies. Number 4, nucleus. For down, number 5, centrioles, 6 lysosomes, 7 vacuoles, 8 cytoplasm, 9 mitochondria, and number 10, cell wall. Good job, everyone. I'm very happy that all of you learned so much from this topic. For our short quiz, kindly get one for sheet of paper and number your paper 1 to 10. You just need to match column A to column B. Write the letter of the correct answer. Time's up. Let's now check your answers. For number 1, ma'am, letter E, endoplasmic reticulum. Number 2, letter A, nucleus. Number 3, letter G, centriole. Number 4, letter J, ribosomes. 5L, cytoskeleton. 6, letter C, cell membrane. 7D, Golgi body. 8M, vesicle. 9F, chloroplast. 10B, cytoplasm. Very good. All of your answer in the assessment is correct. For number 1, endoplasmic reticulum. 2, nucleus. 3, centriole. 4, ribosomes. 5, we have cytoskeleton. 6, cell membrane. 7, Golgi body. 8, vesicle. 9, we have chloroplast. And last, number 10, cytoplasm. Your body's 75 trillion cells, nerve cells, blood cells, muscle cells, bone cells, etc., are all working together day and night. Cells combine to form many different types of tissues that enables us to eat, breathe, feel, move, think, and reproduce. There are around 200 different types of specialized cells with specific functions throughout the body, such as in the brain, the heart, the blood, the muscles, the liver, the eyes, and more. All of the cells communicate with each other and rely on these communications. For your assignment, create a slogan that shows a good practice of healthy habits in order to take good care of the cells, tissues, organ systems, and eventually the body. What you need for this are one long size bond paper, pencil or marker, crayons or pastel, and here is your grading rubric for slogan activity. It has been a good day to all of you. Thank you for listening and see you in our next video lesson. Bye!
York City.